Want to know what the name of that song was? Dr. Killer Joe. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Yay! It's a beautiful day. We're going to ask you to please silence your cell phones, and then we're going to get right to it with our opening song, the Spirit Song. Here we go. On your feet. Woo! Woke up this morning with my mind set on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Living and loving with my mind set on Spirit. I am living and loving with my mind set on Spirit. Living and loving with my mind set on Spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living. Are we alive?
Awake, alert, and enthusiastic. Want to hear a couple of announcements this morning? There's. You're going to get them anyway, so just say yes. What do we have? Cole Porter's Anything Goes. You've probably heard about it by now, but a lot of our members are in this wonderful play. It's at the Rancho Mirage Amphitheater. And the 21st and 22nd, what is that, next weekend? Next Friday and Saturday. You can get tickets at desert-theatricals.com. Come out and support a number of our members. Are any cast members here right now? They're rehearsing. Good. Do good. Wellness Wednesdays. Imprint Your Subconscious Mind is coming up with Linda Dirks. That's going to be on Wednesday, February 26th at 6:30. She offers it as a love offering. Wellness Wednesdays are essentially an opportunity to kind of take the teachings that we teach, the teachings of the science of mind, and explore them from different angles. So if you're looking to imprint your subconscious mind, and basically you do that to create a new belief, to attract something wonderful in your life, go hang out with Laura on Wednesday, Linda, February 26th. That's going to be a real good time, too, because that's all we do around here is have a good time, right? When was the last time we had a bad time around here? Don't think about it too long. All right. Write the ending of your story. This is with Laura and Annie Meeks, two powerhouses for sure. Are you here this morning? Nobody's here this morning. I'm here. You're here. We're here. Just nobody that's doing a workshop. Sunday, March 1st from 12th, you're here too, I know. From 12:30 to 2, I love this. It's working on building a greater vision for your life. That's what this, write the ending of your story. So what do you want to live into? All of us know by now, right, that we are actually the great cause in our own lives. This is a way to really be the authority, the spiritual authority in your life, to cause something magnificent to happen coming up in your life. It's always nice to have something to look forward to, right?
Yes.
You can create it. Excellent. Don't we have a magnificent space here? I mean, the first time I walked in, I was just, there's an energy and a feeling here, but also how versatile it is and what we can do. If you're up to something with a group of people, inquire in the office with Elizabeth or with Julie on how you can rent this space for your group. We can do all sorts of stuff. We've got a wonderful sound system. We can enhance it. There's lighting possibilities. It's versatile as far as tables and how we can set it up. We could bring a dance floor in. If you've been to the gala or another event here, you've seen it. It's a wonderful space. So if you're gathering with a large group, for whatever it might be, or you know somebody that's got a wedding coming up or a quinceañera, all sorts of opportunities for parties and things, inquire in the office for those opportunities. And everybody's invited to the congregational meeting on Sunday, March 8th at 12:30. Are we going to provide a little food for that or no? I probably shouldn't even open my mouth right now.
It is a lunch.
I guess I might be. Does it say light lunch? Or it does now? Light lunch? Oh, okay. Light lunch. Light lunch. Light lunch being provided. My wallet just got a little lighter. 12:30, March 8th.
Yeah, the light
Cool.
lunch is served if you're banking it, Charles.
Exactly, I know. There goes one paycheck out the window right there. As long as someone else is putting it together, that's fine. We want to enjoy the food that I'm paying for now. So that's on Sunday, March 8th, okay? Everybody's invited. Come see what the center's up to. We'll just have a conversation about the state of our union. Cool? And then if you're interested in being on the board, go get some information in the office. A board is a wonderful way. Every layer of leadership within the community is important, and the Board of Trustees helps steer the direction of the ship. So if you're interested in participating in that conversation, please go talk to Elizabeth, and she'll get you some more information about that. And then lastly, Soul Sisters and yoga are not happening this week. Stuff happens. It's the way it is, so we're taking a week off, but we're going to get back on the horse in the coming weeks. Groovy? Are we happy? Yes. Tell your face. There it is. I'm done.
That's the first time anyone's ever had an applause for announcements. Nice, Charles. Jerry Lynn, why don't you welcome our guest artist today?
And I love the word groovy. Okay. All right, so it's my honor to introduce these next two guys. Now, one you recognize, of course, Stephen McClintock. We've had him here many times. But today we get the pleasure of having he and his former partner, he's still current, working together, David Fertitta. They are singer-songwriters that have been writing hits together for years. They've written songs for many, many, many famous people. But the thing I love the most is the music that they do. And you're in for a real treat today. So they're amazing. Please put your hands together for David Fertitta and Stephen McClintock.
Pretend.
Picture yourself back in the 70s?
Okay.
Is that when this was?
Yeah.
All right. So there's the visual.
When it was illegal to smoke that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Oops. Okay. Life, so they say, is but a game and they let it slip away. Love, like the autumn sun, should be dying, but it's only just begun. Like the twilight in the road up ahead, they don't see just where it will end. And all the secrets in the universe whisper in our ears, and all the years they come and go and take us up, always up. We may never pass this way again. We may never pass this way again. We may never pass this way again. Dreams, so they say, are for the fools and they let them slip away. Peace, like take the silent dove. Should be flying, but it's only just begun. Like Columbus in the olden days, we must gather all our courage and sail our ships out on the open seas. Cast away our fears, and all the years will come and go and take us up, always up. We may never pass this way again. We may never pass this way again. We may never pass this way again. So I wanna laugh while the laughing is easy. I wanna cry if it makes it worthwhile. 'Cause I may never pass this way again. That's why I want it with you. 'Cause you make me feel like I'm more than a friend. Like I'm the journey and you're the journey's end. Well, I may never pass this way again. That's why I want it with you. We may never pass this way again. We may never pass this way again. We may never pass this way again.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Thank you.
guys.
Bobby Nichols on guitar over there, too.
Wow, wasn't that great? I was gonna say, here, Charles, hold this. No one got that. I said, here, Charles, hold this. I know, I'm getting tired. Okay, so every week we started with our mission statement. It reminds us why we're here, doing what we do, and why we've been doing it here for 46 years. So please join me. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time, and that leads us into our meditation. So take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just allow yourself to fall into the seat and let it support you. Take another deep breath in, please. Sigh on the exhale. One of the things we fail to do often is to go into that quiet place that we're about to enter now and just to eliminate any need or desire to fix anything or to come up with an answer or solution. This is the space where we just go to concentrate on our breathing and know that there is something that is breathing us, something that is beating our heart, something that is allowing a message to come into our hearts and our minds today that will change our future. But it can't do that if we're just consistently thinking about the things that we're thinking about. So take another deep breath in, and as you do and you exhale, just settle into that place. That place of not being required to know anything but just your breath. And we can change the world one heart at a time. And we can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you. You're a part of me. And we can change the world one heart at a time. And we can change the world one heart at a time.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living. The power of God. It is an infinite intelligence that dwells within me, a deep peace, a perfect purity, and unconditional love. God is always the same, timeless and changeless. It is the strength and the beauty of pure joy. God and I are one. I am what God is, expressing itself through me and as me. And I feel that unconditional love. I know that all my answers lie within me. Every cell in my body, every situation that I deal with, and every experience that I have in my life comes from a God source. So I know that it's my divine right to experience my best and highest good. And I feel that flow, that unconditional flow of love. I know that my body is a divine object, and my relationship with my body is sacred. I allow those emotions to flow in a healthy and happy way. My physical body is in its purest form. I am a radiant and beautiful being, and I am a happy and living my life in a loving and passionate way. And I pick like-minded people who think the way I think, who care the way I care, who loves me for who and what I am. My energy brings me back to my center. It is my life force, a mystery to creation. So today I give thanks. I give thanks for the experience and for the realization of this treatment, for the completion and feeling of one with my divine energy. And I am grateful for the creativity and the perfect working of the spiritual law. And with this, I release my word to the law and know that it is done. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
So get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everyone, please join me. Sing along. The lyrics are on the screen. So get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. So get ready, my soul. So take a deep breath in. Please join me in this song that recognize our oneness with all people. Here we go. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. Let's take that from the top again. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of love. You are my family. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of love.
alive. These are the good old days. And you can see what you will. These are the best times. Waiting for love, I found it. Like winter waits for summer, and everything turns around it and falls into place. And these are the best times to be alive. These are the good old days. And you can see what you will. These are the best times. Better than ever. Better than ever. These are the best times to be alive. These are the good old days. You can see what you will. These are the best times. You can see what you will. These are the best times. Thank you.
Guys, that was beautiful. So today the title of my talk is You Are My Mirror. And I found a really interesting video. It's actually, maybe some of you have seen this on social media. It's from a Danish TV ad. Maybe some of you have seen it, but it's really telling. So we're going to start with that, and then I'll start my talk. So please pay attention to the TV monitors and the screen in front of you, and we'll put the volume up and just wait.
It's easy to put people in boxes. There's us, and there's them. The high earners, and those just getting by. Those we trust, and those we try to avoid. There's the new Danes, and those who've always been here. The people from the countryside, and those who've never seen a cow. The religious, and the self-confident. There are those we share something with, and those we don't share anything with.
Velkommen. Jeg kommer til at stille jer nogle spørgsmål i dag. Nogle af dem kan godt være lidt personlige, men jeg håber, I vil svare ærligt på dem. Hvem herinde i rummet var klassens klovn? Hvem er bonusforældre?
And then suddenly, there's us. We who believe in life after death. We who've seen UFOs. And all of us who love to dance. We who've been bullied. And we who've bullied others. And then there's us, the lucky ones who've had sex this past week. We who are broken-hearted. We who are madly in love. We who feel lonely. we who are bisexual, and we who acknowledge the courage of others. We who have found the meaning of life, and we who have saved lives. And then there's all of us who just love Denmark. So maybe there's more that brings us together than we think. TV2 Denmark, all that we share.
Isn't that incredible? Wasn't that a great video? Yeah, when you first start out, you're thinking, yeah, I belong in that box, or I belong in that box. And I think we've all felt before in our lives where we have looked at other people in other boxes and have made judgments about them. But the interesting part is that we really are one, and when you actually start peeling away the layers of life experiences, there is a oneness that exists. And that's why my talk is, it's like you're my mirror, because many times you're looking at a person who you may not know, but they've experienced many things in life that you have. Maybe they've experienced some of those things, or hell, they just had sex this week. Lucky them, right? I mean, it's about recognizing that we are one with other people, and people are a reflection of us. It's interesting, I've tried everything to avoid getting on the campaign trail. Anybody try to avoid that? Yeah, I've tried to avoid it. And what I've found is I still find myself focusing on discord everywhere around us. And so this talk was generated from that. So Confucius said, to put the world in order, we must first put the nation in order. To put the nation in order, we must first put the family in order. To put the family in order, we must first cultivate our personal life, and to cultivate our personal life, we must set our hearts right. So, I mean, we have to recognize that all of the calm and the peace and the serenity that we want to see in our outward experience from the top down happens from the bottom up, happens from us first. So when we can't see ourselves in our personal life rightly, if we can't see it in the light, that doesn't mean it's perfect. It just means if we can't begin to cultivate our personal life with the light of love, we will always be challenged all the way up to try to build unity among people, to try to bring a feeling of love among people. Does this make sense? All right? Love creates tolerance and human understanding, without which we become really divided against ourselves, and without which we almost unconsciously become filled with criticism, condemnation, and false judgment. I mean, I've been listening to the things that are going on in the world, and man, it's just incredible how much there is not love that's leading the way. Does that make sense? It's true. It feels like, wow, what is leading this entire energy? And I almost feel like the tail is wagging the dog. Do you ever feel that way? Like the tail is wagging the dog. The smallest part of us is wagging the biggest part of us. They just happen to have the microphone. They just happen to have the spotlight. But I think there's more people that are good and kind-hearted than there are people who are angry and upset. And yes, I may be angry and upset at some things, but my general aggregate person, my overall person, overarching person, isn't steeped in that anger. It's actually steeped in love, and that's what I need to remind myself of, so I become one with all of that angst and energy and bring it to a different field and vibration. You agree? Yeah. So it's incumbent upon us, each individual person sitting in this seat today, as we go out into the community, as we go out into our families, to bring that sense of oneness, not in a combative way, not as I went to church today and guess what I heard? No, but to actually live it by example, to bring that message of love into the room. Dr. Holmes said this: we need to fall so deeply in love with life that we will surrender the egotistical, intellectual concept that man lives unto himself as an individual. We need to fall in love with humanity first, and understand that as an individual, I am part of this collective. But I need to get rid of that because I need to get rid of my own individuality in respect to my ego driving something, right? Or my anger driving something, or even at times my passion driving something. Have you ever met someone whose passion drives you crazy? They are so passionate and so energetic, and at first you fall in love with that passion, then you're like, let me out of this. Oh my God, you're killing me. Anybody have friends like that, right? Is this all you're gonna talk about? Anybody? Yeah. Yeah, I bet those of you who are clapping actually are people who do this to other people. You just don't recognize it, but it's okay. Oh, wow, he's getting bitchy again. Okay. When we are able to reach out beyond the indifference and the coldness of life, reach through all the intolerance and the unkindness, only then do we meet that divine center which is forever established within every person. So it's only at that time when we have that recognition, when we decide, I'm going to step over this idea into a greater idea of love and compassion and healing. When we finally decide that we don't want to be part of the group that's always in angst, and we decide to move into a greater expression, then and only then will we get out of that unkindness and that vibration, but we'll move into a place where things are more healed and harmonious. Mimi had a great prayer. Didn't Mimi do a great prayer today? I liked in her prayer, she was talking about that establishment of that divine order, right? That necessity for us to transcend beyond our current condition into something different, something greater, something bigger, something kinder. A lot of people have lost our ability to just be kind to one another. The energy around is can be very defensive, and so we lose our ability to be just kind to one another. What if we were to move into a greater expression of kindness today or this week? What would that look like to you? You know, yesterday I was on the phone with an airline representative, and I could not understand this person at all. Their accent was so strong, and I was trying to convey my thoughts, and they were doing the best they could, and I found myself, you know that one? Yeah. I've been on the phone for 7 minutes. 7 minutes talking to you, and I'm still no closer to where I want to be. And I'm starting to well up inside of me to go, man, please. You know, and then of course, I need to talk to your supervisor. Anybody ever do that one? Yeah. Hell yeah, you do. If you do it, say hell yeah. Yeah. And as soon as I got the supervisor, and I was kind of that person. As soon as I got the supervisor on the phone, she came on, she was kind, she was like, I'm sorry, there's a misunderstanding here. I've already fixed all of this, you're all taken care of. Thank you so much. Is there anything else I can do for you? And I'm like, why couldn't I have reached that person first? But then I realized that person on the other end was just doing the best that they could, right? And that the task I was asking was a little bit more complicated than normal. So I just needed to be a bit more generous with my kindness. Instead of, it wasn't about me losing 3 minutes of my world, right? Or 4 minutes. It's just 3 or 4 minutes. It's not the end of the world. But to me, it generated angst inside of me, which when something gives you that kind of feeling, it's going to express itself in some outer emotion or some outer physical, issue, if you will. Does that make sense? Yes. All right. Love creates confidence. Confidence creates self-assurance based on a power greater than we are. And self-assurance is necessary to any successful life. Love creates confidence. We know that when we feel loved and are able to love, there is a certain confidence that we have in ourselves that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Say that. Everything is going to be okay. In fact, a metaphysician would say everything is okay, but then I argue with them and going, no, it's not, because in my present moment, I'm not okay. But I need to know the reassurance and love that everything's going to be okay. And when I settle into that idea, And sometimes we have to lead. As a parent, sometimes, I've had a situation where leading myself is not about leading myself, but leading my family into a sense of peace and self-assurance that everything is going to be okay. While it doesn't look like it at the moment, things are unfolding as they should, and they will, and even though we don't believe it, they will work out. And there are times now that I look back and I go, I myself didn't believe that, because I was too pained by a situation. I was in the middle of it and couldn't see it. But in retrospect, absolutely they worked out, and I'm glad it worked out the way it did. But man, at the time, the pain in the moment seems to just take the top billing. Does that make sense? All right. Love at first sight is easy to understand. It's when two people have been looking at each other for a lifetime that it becomes a miracle. Yeah. Divorce court or miracle. Either one. I don't know which one you want to grab there. But it is. It is. It's a miracle that when we're in relationships that go on with our families that go on for a lifetime, it's hard sometimes. It can be a challenge. So let's look at it and say, you know what, this is it's not a miracle in terms of, oh my gosh, something really spectacular happened, but that it is meant to be that way. In the science of mind, we don't believe in miracles. What we believe in is those are everyday demonstrations. We don't call things miracles because miracles make them an exception. We don't want to live our life by exception. We want to live ourselves by the rule of healing, which is that it's always moving us in our highest and greatest good, no matter what. Does that make sense to you? I need to stop saying that. Life is more difficult for those who dislike people and who are constantly critical. Those actions do nothing but mask pain that we have in our hearts. No person knows love as long as he or she hates any single being. Have you ever had that in your world where there's been resentment or anger or one's inability to let go of a situation or a person? And you hang on to that and you harbor that anger and you harbor that resentment, and then you wonder why you aren't attracting love into your life. Remember, when you harbor those things, when you give safe haven to hatred or dissent or jealousy or anger, when you give that a home, don't expect to attract something that you're not. So you have to find a way to say, I am no longer going to be bound by this situation. Rather, I need to just step away from it. It doesn't make that other person right and you wrong, but I don't want to be held hostage to this anymore. Then you will begin to attract the love that you want, that you think that you are deserving of that love, but how can you attract that when that anger is in your heart? You are my mirror. If you're angry and bitter about something, then how do you expect me to come in and love that anger and bitterness out of you? That's not my job. That's not your spouse's job. That's not your parents' job. That's not your teacher's job. That's your job. Your job is to love it out, to release it and know that love is greater than what that is. All right, here we go. Having issues. Low self-esteem is like, I love this. Low self-esteem is like driving through life with your handbrake on. You know the cars with the little handbrake in the middle, right? So when you're looking for love, but you have the handbrake on and your own self-esteem and self-image, it's like driving through life with your handbrake on. It just slows you down in general. And then if you hold on to it long enough, it starts a fire in your brake pads, right? It wears them down. You're going to be paying big bucks to get everything repaired. Sometimes we have to release those things that have held us down. We have to release those things that have just kept us in that place so that we can go with the flow of life instead of meeting life at resistance level. All right? Where love is, fear cannot exist. Love dissipates the anguish of fear as light neutralizes darkness. Our sense of aloneness becomes immersed in a much larger vision of an overshadowing presence. So, where love is, fear cannot be in its place. It just can't. It can't. What would that, I'm trying to think of how they used to say that. When how did he do this? He would say, when love is greater than fear, a demonstration occurs. As long as the fear is greater than love, the pain will continue. And everything is a derivative of love and fear. So you may think that someone else holds the balance of these weights in their hands, but they don't. You're the one who decides what that looks like. And the thing that makes that decision you think is here, but actually it happens here first, then here. Many times I have to tell my intellectual brain, shut up. Remember that talk, shut the hell up? Yes. Shut up. Stop talking to me. I don't want to hear this anymore. This is what I want to hear instead. And then I have to say it over and over in my head. And when that other voice starts to talk to me, I have to tell it, shut up. This is what I want to hear. That's what Linda's class is going to be about. Where's Linda? That's what Linda's class is going to be about. It's going to be about, once you tell it to shut up, what do you want it to say? Right, Linda? That's exactly what this is about. So if you can get to the shut up part, but you don't know what to say and replace it, that's when you show up and Linda's going to help you create that power affirmation for you. That's what her class is for. So once you tell it to shut up, you can clearly establish an energy and a power for good that you're focused on that will move you forward. That's what we want to get to. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. All right, good. I'm glad that I'm clear today. To be more accurate, we don't fall into love, we find ourselves in love. You don't ever want to fall into anything. At my age, it's too much trouble. And at some of your ages, could be even worse, okay? You don't want to fall into anything. You want to just find yourself there, right? You don't want to trip into it or stumble into love. No. You want to build it from a foundation that's mentally right and spiritually sound. That's where you build it. You can't build it from a place where you're falling. What happens when you hit the bottom? It usually hurts. So grow into it. In order to do that, we have to move out of our heads. We have to move out of it, all right? Love is a feeling. Faith is the key to using that feeling. Love has nothing in it that could hurt anything. Faith has nothing in it that can deny any good. Love is a feeling. Faith is the key to using that feeling. Say that second paragraph with me, please. Love has nothing in it that could hurt anything. Stop. Are the words I'm speaking from my mouth centered in love? Or am I about to say something that I know I'm just being angry and it's going to hurt somebody? Where am I coming from? Am my words helping or harming? So love has nothing in it. So I got to make sure that my words don't have anything in it that are going to harm anyone. And that can be a challenge at times because I want to be right. Anybody here love being right? You with me? Keep going. Faith has nothing in it that can deny any good. Say that with me, please. Faith has nothing in it that can deny any good. That means to me also that when I'm in a situation where it doesn't look like I'm getting what I want, that as long as I have faith, my greater good will unfold. It may not look like it in the moment, but something is happening. The universe is conspiring. And if I would stop micromanaging every aspect of my life, I could move into a direction of greater good. This is the starting point, a love that cannot hurt and a faith that cannot be denied, that will not be denied. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. All right. Here we go. If we are taking the time to search for a God of love, maybe we only have to look at each other. You are my mirror. Look no further an outside entity to create a God of love, that God of love is right next to you, and it's inside of you. And we begin to see each other outside of our boxes, which is how I started this talk. We begin to see each other outside of a box. We began to build a bridge. And what I liked about that, they built a bridge. Did you see them all walking over the bridge? Next thing you know, they're all left their boxes and they're all standing together as one. So it's incumbent upon us to build that bridge. You build your bridge and invite people to walk over it and walk into your love. So build a bridge and then walk over it and be that example. You are my mirror. Everyone in this room is my mirror. And we have more in common than what shows from the outside. It's a beautiful life. Thank you, everybody. Have a great Sunday.
What a stud. It's time to circulate our financial good, community. I invite the ushers, the ambassadors, to make their way forward. What an opportunity we have right now to participate in circulation. We receive, we give, we feel good about it. We have some new offering language we're going to start using today as well. And for those of you that are live streaming, yes, you can text in. You want to go back to you can text your offering in. We welcome it all. So let's take a deep breath together. Turn your attention to the words on the screen. Let's say it together with conviction, verve, and vigor. Here we go. Life's ever-flowing abundance washes over me today. I find great joy in giving graciously, knowing my blessings abound. My heart is swelling with joy and overflowing. As I give, I prosper, I thrive, and I fly. Thank you, life, for all of my good. Right.
It's nature's way of telling you something's wrong. It's nature's way of telling you in a song. It's nature's way of receiving you. It's nature's way of retrieving you. It's nature's way of telling you something's wrong. It's nature's way of telling you it's in the trees. It's nature's way of telling you summer breeze. It's nature's way of receiving you. It's nature's way of retrieving you. It's nature's way of telling you something's wrong. It's nature's way. It's nature's way. It's nature's way. It's nature's way. Nature's way of telling you something's wrong. It's nature's way of telling you so. It's nature's way of receiving you. It's nature's way of retrieving you. It's nature's way of telling you something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Beautiful. Thank you all. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, sir. What's your name?
Mike Burke,
Mike Burb. Mike, how long you been around the center?
about 9 years.
About 9 years. All right, let's give Mike some love. Will you hand that basket of goodness over to Dale? Oh, we're going to bless the money first. Yeah, we are. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Together. Together, we receive the blessing of this financial good. It simultaneously fulfills my life and the life of this center. As a community, we flourish, resting in the truth of our collective magnificence. Gratitude is my attitude. All right. We feel good about it? Let's see. Is anybody here at the center for the first time on this wonderful Sunday? I know I walked in with a couple people. Can I call you out? Welcome to the center. Will you stand up? We have a gift for you. We want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. If you fill out that card and take it to the concierge desk, write out, other people are calling other people out. I love it. No one gets to hide in community. You've got eyes everywhere. If you fill that welcome card out, head out to the concierge desk there in the foyer. We have a special gift for you to welcome you into the community. And this is a good place to spend some time, right? A real good place. What do we do next? We have animals. We have a couple of dogs. Here's Ginny in our pet ministry. It's the 11th anniversary of the pet ministry today. We have a dog and a cat. We have a dog, and the cat's freaking out. So, yo. Somebody yelling at me? I'm the boss.
The rest,
Well, I'm number 2, but still.
the rest of the dogs are coming. The rescuer actually stopped and rescued a dog on the way here. It's the 11th anniversary, and please bear with me. I'm like Joe, I cry at a drop of a hat. Okay, could not have done it without all of you. Anybody that's ever been a donor, an adopter, a baker for the pet ministry for the 11 years, we've been on that patio 100 times. And thanks to you, hearts are beating because we've saved over 300 dogs in 11 years. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Come have cake with us. We've got cats and dogs today.
And thank you, Jenny. Give Jenny some love in the pet ministry. Angels with fur. What do you, angels with furry, are furry angels? Angels with fur coats. That's me. Go ahead over to, if you want a quick dose of the good stuff, head over to the Om Room for the practitioners. We call them 1-minute miracles. They'll sit with you and pray if you have something that's troubling you or something that you're interested in welcoming into your life, some goodness. Go sit with our practitioners. And if you don't know where the Om Room is, it's over in Costa Hall. If you go out the main doors down along the side of the building, it's over there. I also want to remind you, too, that anybody with children or with grandchildren, we've create space every Sunday for our kids to have some fun. Brianna's over there, Brad's over there, doing arts and crafts. They're doing some wonderful things. My daughter's over there today. So we're really interested in building our youth ministry again. So I just want you to know that we have space for that you can bring children. They'll have a space where they're cared for and loved and nurtured and inspired and activated in a wonderful way. Groovy? All right, this is what's happening this week. Take a look. We've got some grief work on Tuesday. We've got a book study on Tuesday also, and the schedule's up around the place as well, so just don't want to announce you to death. At teen camp, we used to have this song, announcements, 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 a terrible death to die. Anybody know it? No, okay. Anyway. Let's close with a blessing, shall we, this morning? Invite you, if you're so moved, to hold somebody's hand as a sacred symbol of fellowship and community, and let's take a deep breath together, metabolizing what we've experienced, the magnificent music, the word, the community, seeing each other, being with each other, heart, mind, and soul. Just for a moment, consider 1 or 2 ways that you're so magnificently blessed in your life. And breathe into that feeling. And breathe out a sacred blessing for this community, our community of Palm Desert, the greater community of the greater Coachella Valley, and beyond. that whatever environment we find ourselves in this week, we are and emit a sacred blessing of love. That we see and know goodness is going around. Love, it's going around. Joy, it's going around. And it starts right where we are. I'm grateful for this day, this morning, exactly the way that it's unfolded. I bless us each as we move from this place. I know that all is well. I call it good, and together we say, and so it is. Amen. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Much love.